Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndreSanders.net. You can't learn anything by doing nothing. You just really can't. I mean, point blank, you might say, okay, it's kind of obvious. And it really is true. When you get caught up in saying stuff like, oh, I know how that goes, or I've done it before, but you haven't really done anything, then come on, let's be honest now. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be kidding yourself. Because, I mean, you got to do something to learn anything. I mean, if you just make a mistake, at least you show yourself that you actually, try to take some type of action. One thing that Zig Ziglar did mention in his book, See You at the Top, and then, keep in mind from that previous, thought I just gave, I'm going to bring these together as far as, he said, unfortunately, many quote-unquote educated people never succeed in life because they are not quote-unquote motivated to put their imagination to work to utilize their knowledge. And this goes back to my point that I've made several times in past videos, is talking about the school system, traditional school system, as far as really crushing a student's creativity by saying, no, there's only one particular way to do this, as far as, get this answer here or whatever, when there are multiple ways to get an answer in life. To get to any success in life. And, it goes back to what I mentioned earlier as far as, can't really do anything by doing nothing, which is true. But just trying to crush someone's creativity in that sense, especially as students, how are they going to learn anything? As far as just doing nothing. It doesn't make any sense. But as I've mentioned before, I agree wholeheartedly with the Kiyosaki's, Robert and Kim, as far as, they disagree about the traditional school system, as far as crushing that type of mentality, when I've mentioned this before as well, not every student learns by sitting down, listening to a lecture, or just answering tests that only have one right way for a test. I think I also remember hearing him in one of his audios, I don't know if it was him or not, that, he said you can't learn how to ride a bike by reading a book. See what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in motion. You can't just sit there and just do nothing. That's the whole point. You see what I'm saying? So, it's sad. Then going back to what I mentioned about the school system, as far as crushing students' creativity, and then the ones that do get a lot of education, not saying all, but they might have that mentality going into the real world as far as, I know how that goes, but you really never done anything. As far as somebody mentioned, talking about investing. Like, have you ever, maybe given a shot to invest as far as business or real estate? And, if someone says, oh, I know how that goes, but you haven't done anything, then what's the point of saying that when you haven't, even dip your toe in the water? You see what I'm saying? So it just comes down to just taking action. It comes down to educating yourself. It comes down to just educating and then applying as well. Not just sitting there educating, just learning, which I mentioned before in past videos, but actually just going about taking the action, point blank. So then you can learn. You can learn from the mistakes. You can learn from the setbacks, because you're only going to get smarter. You're only going to get wiser, point blank. So if you got value for what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below. But like I said, this video, and that being said, I will see you in the next video.